The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Aaron Glenn has responded to those critical of his sideline dancing after the Will McDonald blocked field goal. Plus, the Dolphins, Monday night, the latest on the Jets, the injuries, all of it. Fireman Ed will join us. It's the Jake Asman Show on a Football Friday. Let's hit it and get it started.
The 2025 New York Jets season is officially here. Can Aaron Glenn lead the team back to the playoffs and finally deliver on the promise this roster has shown? Every step of the journey, the Jake Asman Show will have you covered, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go. Thanks to Gator for an awesome new intro that featured a guy that helped us bring down the house Saturday night down in Tampa. Ladies and gentlemen, our guy Fireman Ed joins us now in his weekly spot. Ed, it wasn't the result we wanted, but man, up until kickoff, the Jet fans certainly brought it. Saturday, Sunday, great weekend besides what we're unfortunately used to at this point, a devastating Jet loss.
Very impressive. The Tampa Bay fan club is, it may be second to none, bro. I got news for you. That's as big a fan club as I've been around. They're right up there. I mean, Arizona's got one that's big, but they're right up there. That was very impressive. I love seeing all the fans from everywhere in FLA. We had a ball. I was with my man, Will Pa. Got to meet Will Pa for the first time. Love him. He's a big boy. That's a big boy. And Robbie Sabo. Love Robbie. He's a Port Jervis guy. He didn't know I knew.
Right.
He didn't know I knew Port Jervis because I have fireman buddies that lived up there when I was a fireman. That's as far as Orange County, as far as you can go in Orange County. So all good. It was a good, great night. My man Jake. It was just man. How many people there? There had to be freaking near 300.
Yeah, I think yeah, at least. I mean, here's an angle of one of the Jet chants that you led, Ed. I mean, you look in the crowd here. I mean, there were a ton of people. And that doesn't include the outdoor part, which was packed too.
That place had 3 different rooms. The outdoor was insane, as much as the inside. When I walked in there, I went, oh, shit, there's a lot of people here. It was good. He does a nice job.
Shout out to Festa, the president. There he is.
Festa. I like it, you know. I gave them a nice video. Him and his partner. What was the other guy? Love him. The other guy was great, too.
I'm trying to think. There were so many people that were with the fan club that came up to me. But big thanks to everyone again. It was awesome. A
lot of fun. You know, you can't remember everybody. It was nuts, but good. It was nice to see the fans. You know, you see the passion and the love for this fan base, man. It's there, you know, and it just pisses you off because you just want to see them, you know, us win and be successful because the fans have waited a long time, man. No.
This one on Monday is a big one, Ed. I mean, Aaron Glenn said they're not the same old Jets, but here they are at 0-3. I mean, if you're not the same old Jets, go beat the Miami Dolphins in primetime on Monday. Got to get it done.
Be a good way to start. Get his first win. Nothing better than beating the Dolphins. The Dolphins are reeling too, so they're looking to, you know, capitalize on us. So, you know, we're going to find out. I'm glad Justin Fields is back and he's going to be playing. So it looks like he's going to be playing. Well, first off, we need to find out what Justin Fields is. So enough with the Tyrod Taylor bullshit, because I can't do it. I can't do it. Tyrod Taylor's not our future. let's see if Justin Fields can be a very good quarterback. We liked what we seen the first game. We didn't like what we seen the second game, the first half of the second game. He didn't even play fucking much of that. He got his ass whipped. Let's see what we got. And let's give Aaron Glenn a chance, please. Let's give him a fucking chance. It's 3 games in. I mean, can we just – I know we're frustrated. Listen, I get it. I'm as frustrated as everybody. I'm as frustrated as everybody else. Okay? But let's just not be nitwits as fans because we're in such demand to fucking have success. We have to let this play out a little bit. We have to let it play out. Let's see. Now, when we're 12 games in, let's regroup and see where we're at. Let's see where we're at in 12 games in. Then maybe we could start getting a little more pissed off at things but let this guy get his program up and about. You see what he's doing. He's going out and making fucking trades. He just traded for Brownlee. He's got this Robinson coming in. He got the other kid, Neiman, coming in. He's got guys that he wants in his program. Remember, he attained most of these guys. Most of these guys are not his guys. Although we love a lot of our talent. A lot of those guys are not his guys. So we gotta let this play out. Let's see where it goes. I mean, listen. If we could have beat the Steelers, it'd be a lot less bullshit going on right now, okay? But we didn't, okay? We didn't. And, I mean, the one thing that I'm not in on, Aaron, and I don't understand it, is Michael Clemens. I don't understand what he sees in him. I don't want to hear that we don't have a lot of depth. Bullshit. Forget anybody. This guy is pathetic. What are we doing with him? Get him out of there. He needs to be gone. That I can't take.
You said a lot there. So a couple things I want to respond to.
Yeah, go ahead.
First 3 games, combined record of the Jets opponents is 8-1. So for those who want to find reasons to think it's early, give this guy more time, you could point to that. But now it's put up or shut up time. I know he's in year 1, but you can't come in and say we're going to win now and going forward. We're not the same old Jets. You can't preach how we're going to be fundamentally sound. We're going to be great at tackling and then miss 19 tackles in this game Sunday. You can't come in and talk about how, things are going to be different when you've had the lead in under 2 minutes to go twice this year and your defense, supposed to be the strength of the team, falters and can't get off the field. The next 6 games, Ed, you see it there on the screen. These are all winnable games. Now or never for this team to make something of this year. No one's saying Super Bowl or even playoffs, but if you don't want to do mock drafts at the end of September here, you got to win this game Monday and you got to win some of these games that are coming up over the next 6.
You will never, ever get an argument out of me that that's not the case. All I'm saying is that with 3 games in, our opponents were 8-1. They're all established programs. Now, Rodgers went into a fucking situation that the Steelers are the Steelers. Steelers are the Steelers. Steelers just plug and play. That's the way it is. As far as Buffalo and Tampa, they're established programs. They just are. I mean, been in the playoffs there. One's going for a world championship. Don't count Tampa Bay out of taking the NFC. Don't take them out of the equation because they got a pretty good team. That Tampa's a pretty good team, and they're hurting. So we'll see. I mean, we got to worry about us. I do agree. Listen, Jake, I agree. The next 6 games, come on, man. You got to win at least 3 of them. At least 3. To me, I think you need to win 4 games there. You win 4. These are all winnable games. Go 4-2, and you're 4-5 after 9. I think the fan base would be thrilled with 4-5 after 9. I think if you went before the season, Jake, and you said to the fan base after 9 games, we're going to be 4-5. I think the fan base would be just fine with that. So I do agree with that. Now, if the team is 2-7 after 9, it's going to be a little tough around here. There's going to be rumblings. There's going to be, the fan base is very fragile, very, very fragile, which I can understand. But I am not going to go off after 3 games. I can't do it. I'm not going to do that.
No, it's too early for that. But what's
it.
interesting is this regime is not getting the benefit of the doubt like prior first-year coach GM combinations.
Which is bullshit. It's bullshit.
It's because of the last 15 years, and specifically it's because of the last couple, how they were all in. We had this young roster, talented, we're a quarterback away, and then the last 2 years happened, and they're the biggest laughing stock in sports.
Yes. Yes, all of the above. All of the above. I will not argue any of that. I've made it very clear on this show, the frustration of the Jet fans. And understandable. It's been 14 years. Nobody has patience. And it's understandable. Look at the fan base showing up to Jet Life Stadium. They're not there. There's half the stadium. The opposing team is half the stadium or close to it. You can argue. I always say you can argue 55-45, 60-40 Jets, whatever. It's still at least 40% of the fan base is the other team, at least. And that's all because of what's gone on, okay? And, firing the coach 5 games in, I mean, we can recap all of that shit. It's over. It's done. So, you got to root for this guy. He's a Jet. I'm rooting for him. Now, there's a lot that's going to go on behind the scenes and, his personnel. And, we like certain guys on a team, certain guys he may not like on the team. Okay. I don't understand why he likes Clemens. That makes no sense to any of us.
Watch this rep. Watch Clemens here. Fireman Ed. Look at this. What is he doing, man?
Look at that. Like he's a renegade. He's a renegade. You know what he would be great at? The WWE. It's where he would be great at. Be great at that. He's a big boy. He's a beast. He needs to go into wrestling. Go into wrestling. It's chaos. It's pandemonium. Go in there. Discipline. In fucking football, it's discipline. What are we doing? What are we doing? What about the over pursuit? You look at some of the film, you see the over pursuit. When you have 5-6 guys over pursuing like that, is anybody fucking holding down what they're supposed to be doing?
Look at this. This play went for 25 yards. Look at this. 25 yards. This is a screenshot from one of the long runs Tampa had. I mean, but this is what we're talking about, right? Like, because Glenn's coming in, they're hitting in training camp, physicality, they're going to tackle well. They had 19 missed tackles on Sunday, cost them a game. Like that. That's the stuff why the Jet fan, I think we all want to believe in Aaron Glenn, but it's tough when you say you're not the same old Jets. And they've lost 2 games late, and they were non-competitive in the second ever game at home against a division opponent. That is same old Jets until proven otherwise.
Well, you could understand why fans are aggravated. I'm never gonna when you have poor play like that, and let's get into the game in Tampa. Did you ever believe they were going to win the game?
No chance.
No, neither did I. Because they couldn't stop them. And the only ones that stopped them was the referees with the penalties. And
Bowles took his foot off the gas with the defense. They basically traded plays for time.
We've seen that.
Yeah, we knew. He wasn't a true comeback.
He loves the prevent.
Oh, yeah.
Bowles, that's his MO. He did that with us. We drove us fucking out of our minds. I was looking at it and going, this is what he does.
It's a Bowles special. But think about that game for a second, Ed. We're sitting there. 14 penalties on Tampa, right? The Jets block a kick, return it the other way. to take their first lead.
Yes.
And for all that to happen, Mike Evans needed to get hurt at the end of the game. They didn't have him. They were already down 3 of their best offensive linemen. They lost one of their top interior defensive linemen during the week. It took all that, and they still lost. And I understand Glenn wants to laud the fight, but the fight, it took a miracle play by Will McDonald that you'll never see again for them to only lose by 2, if you will. Like,
yeah, but you know what,
Jake,
you know what? I got to go against you in the regard that they fought back. The other teams
need a lot of help to do it, though.
No, but the other teams that we've watched would lose 40-6 and never be in it. There was a chance there when it was 23-6 in the fourth quarter that could have been 37-6. All right, and it didn't happen. He came back. So I can agree with certain things. I can't agree with that one. I think they made their push. They gave themselves an opportunity, and they took the lead. And that's good coaching by the special teams to block that field goal. Tyrod Taylor took them down on 2 drives. Let's give some credit to where it's due as far as that. Now they ultimately lost the game. They were, did I believe, with 1:48 on the clock, and we took the lead, did I believe that we were going to win the game? No, I didn't think we could stop them. If you remember I think it was the first play of that drive, I think he threw a fucking bomb, and he just missed the guy.
Yeah.
Andre Cisco
was cooked. Yep.
He was cooked, wide open. You know, and so, I mean, maybe that would have been better off. Maybe if he scores there, we get the ball back and never give them time. Maybe that would have been better.
Well, in hindsight, if Will McDonald could do it over, he goes down on the 1 yard line.
I know. My son-in-law says, I was praying he was fall down, because everybody thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Every Jet fan, and that's sad that every Jet fan thought we were going to lose that game. We were hoping, we were praying.
Yep.
If ever there was a time for a turnover, that was the drive to punch the ball out, do something.
Yeah, fall on a fumble. What a concept.
It was chunk play after chunk play, is what it was. It was fucking chunk play after chunk play.
Yeah.
You know, and it was so frustrating to watch just that chunk plays and the whole, very frustrating to watch. I think the most disappointing thing right now, and I think all Jet fans would agree with this, the defense side of the ball is very, very disappointing when you have Aaron Glenn as a defensive coach. I'm going to give him a chance. It's 3 games. But, I mean, that defense got to play better than what they're playing. I mean, you guys are all over there. There's, never mind missed tackles. This guy's out of place. There's just wide open chunks of plays being had. Like, guys are not on their reads. They're not staying in their lanes. There's guys not making right reads. There's miscommunication. It's going on and on and on. Like, it's 3 games. Okay, but it can't continue. It fucking cannot continue. And by the way, the offensive line is not opening holes, but Jake, what's the common theme, especially the last 2 games, with Buffalo and Tampa? They're playing a single safety. They're up on the fucking line of scrimmage. There's 10 guys on the line of scrimmage. How are you going to run the ball? Now, they started that game off in Tampa with throwing the ball to pass the ball. But what happened to throwing the ball down the field? Even if you don't complete the pass, you give the defense, they'll be on their toes a little more. What happened to the kid, the rookie, the speed of that rookie? Why are we not taking? We have yet to take a shot with that kid.
Correct. And by the way,
yet to take one shot.
First play of the game.
Shot.
Garrett Wilson's wide open on the first play of the game. I don't know if you watched the All-22, but Tyrod just didn't see him. He was wide open. First play of the game when they threw on the play action, which was the right call by Engstrand. It was good to see that he had that awareness because they had the fullback in. They had the receivers bunched up. They were trying to sell that they were going to run the ball. And Tyrod, he didn't pull the trigger. He just took off. He ran, made a couple of yards out of it, but he wasn't seeing it. And I think that had to do with maybe not playing a lot. So, yeah, there were plays to be made there. Like Engstrand, I think, called a lot better game watching it back. And we had my Joe Blewett, my film guy, on this week. And, you know, I think with Fields, they'll be able to run the ball a lot better because you got to respect his ability to run. And then hopefully that opens up some things in the passing game too. Dolphins defense can't stop the run and their secondary stinks. So this is the game for this offense to play the way they want to play.
And do what you wanted to do against the Buffalo Bills and really the Tampa Bay high-powered offenses, right? The two of them are high-powered offenses. And so's Miami. You got to do what you came into this season to do. Your nucleus of your team is the offensive line. Your offensive line is the big boys. You got to control the line of scrimmage. We have to control the line of scrimmage and the time of possession. And it'll make it a lot easier for the Jets and the defense because it's going to be hot in Miami. All right? You don't want them on the field. Okay? You want them, you know, we got to run the ball. And they got to take shots down the field. I mean, it's driving me out of my mind. We don't take any shot. We drafted this kid. We all agree we don't have a second wide receiver that they're game planning against. Nobody's game planning against the Jets with the second receiver. They're game planning with Garrett Wilson.
Yep.
All right. Aaron Glenn just said on his press conference he wants to get Mason Taylor involved more. Breece Hall needs to get more involved in that passing game. You got to line him up on the outside on a slot. Put him in the slot. I mean, Breece Hall is a freaking weapon. All right? You're not going to use this kid, this rookie. What do we got him out on the field for? He's a speedster. Give him a chance to run and blow the top off the defense. You got a single fucking safety. When it's not brain science. You got one-on-one on the sides. Give this kid a chance because they're concentrating on Garrett Wilson. It's so evident. You know, it's so evident. You know? Crazy. And we're not getting the time of the last 2 weeks, forget it. You can forget the time of possession. The only thing that stopped Tampa Bay was the goddamn holding, which Quinnen was causing complete havoc. Complete havoc.
He's the one guy on that defense that has been excellent all year.
Causing complete havoc. That's why all the holding calls. They were mugging him. They couldn't stop him. They were basically putting him in a chokehold, putting him in a headlock. That's what they were doing. It was amazing.
Yep.
I'm like, he can't stop him. He's such a force. It's really said. Now, Quincy Williams going down is going to be big. You know? Not that he was having a good year. You know who's another guy that disappointed? Michael Carter. Very disappointing.
Hasn't been the same guy since the back injury last year.
Very disappointed, Michael Carter. What do you think? They got Brownlee for that reason? You think they're...
I think he's a good young player.
Lord Stevens, because this guy's going to play.
He tackles. Yeah, I mean, he tackles well. And I want to see A.Z. Thomas as well. The one rep that he had to come out there for, he looked good. So I'm with you, Ed. Speaking of the defense, I want to make sure I share this with everyone who's watching live. We got a great Football Friday themed giveaway today. A signed Jermaine Johnson jersey. Boy, do we need him back out there for this team. Signed JJ jersey is up for grabs. Gift the membership if you want a chance to win that. Huge shout out to Anthony Logerato, who gifted 5 channel memberships. KND, King and Dreams, who gifted 5 memberships. And our guy, Bo C, who gifted 10 channel memberships. This is for all 3 of the Asmaniacs who just entered the raffle. Let's go. All right, I got a super chat here from Kyle Clifton who says, Ed's right. Clemens is no good. He has no business being out there. No business. And it's now two different coaching staffs that are playing Clemens. And I blame Glenn and Muji for this one because we all knew Clemens was an issue. They neglected to add any legitimate depth to that position in free agency in the summer. They did not draft anyone with any of the premium picks. Tyler Barron was a 5th-round pick they traded up for. He's done nothing. He was a healthy and active. He only had to play this past week because Jermaine is down. Like, they put themselves in a spot where if their argument is no one behind Clemens is better, then that's on them. And at this point, I don't care if no one behind Clemens is better. Maybe they won't get a personal foul penalty every game. He shouldn't be out there. It's killing this defense.
It's not only that. I mean, what about giving another guy a chance? Next man up. It's next man up. What are we doing? You know, I mean, this guy's killing us. Listen, we've said enough about this guy. I thought he would be gone, honestly. When I thought he was going to be gone after the Buffalo game. I did. Yeah. I said, they're going to cut him. They're going to cut him. Buffalo laughs at him. Buffalo literally laughs at him. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I remember last year, they baited him in Buffalo. They just bait him. They bait him. The one guy, I can't stand their offensive lineman. What's his name? I can't stand that mother from Buffalo.
Yeah, their left tackle, Deion Dawkins.
Yeah, he's up. You know, this is what they do. Anyway, you know, give anybody a chance. You know, you when you're not having success, all right, you don't stick to the same game plan. The guy's not a smart football player. There's a difference. He's not a smart football player. You want smart football players. You're trying to establish a culture, right? You're trying to establish a culture. He's got to go. He can't be on that team. So I'm just hoping that, you know, they're going to have a nice bounce back on Monday night against the Dolphins. What better than to beat the Dolphins? Because then you know what happens. You win that game. Now you get a little pep in your step. But gets a little excited. You know, Tuesday morning, the coffee tastes better. You know, when you're walking down the street, all of a sudden you got a little skip in your snap. A little skip in your snap. You're like, I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling it now. That's what we want. We need that. As Jeff fans, we need that. So this is what we're hoping. This way, when the Dallas Cowboys come in, the fan base starts to get a little excited. And maybe rather than a 50-50 split, all of a sudden the Jet fans, it's 60-40, 65-35. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. Right? That's what we're hoping for. That's what we're hoping for.
K&D says, Fireman Ed standing on business. Amen. Bo C checking in. I absolutely agree with Fireman Ed. Also, our tight ends are not being utilized properly.
Yes.
A two-set backfield makes it much more difficult for a defense to read. Use the functional tools we have. Jets. I'd love to see Breece and Braylon Allen both out there. And by the way, speaking of Braylon Allen, if I ever see another 4th and 1, when it's so obvious their plans to give it to Braylon Allen and they do it anyway, that's Hackett level bad from the Jets coaching staff with that decision in this game on Sunday. That can't happen. At least if you put Breece out there, there's the threat of they could throw it to him. They could do a little play action. They could pitch it to him on the outside. Braylon Allen, you know, he's going up the middle. And the Bucs have Vita Vea and a stout defensive line. You were not going to get a yard there with Braylon 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Come on.
You know what I would do? You're gonna love this one. You know what I would do? I would be practicing every week. I would line Braylon Allen under fucking center on those instances.
And let him do the QB sneak, right?
And let him take the snap because he is bigger than Jalen Hurts, who they do the tush push with. Okay, he's bigger and stronger than him. Okay, and he would get that. Was inches. He would get that. That kid, I would line him up at center. I swear to God, I would line him up at center. He's that fucking big. Let him take the snap. Let him get used to it. Keep snapping. Keep snapping. Keep snapping. Keep snapping. Boom! And just, you're not going to stop it. You're not going to stop him. Not that kid. That's what I would do. I know it's out of the ordinary. It's not, that's not what we do. That's not how we play. Well, at some point, you got to try your own things like the Eagles did with the tush push, right? Nobody else is imitating it, right? Nobody. I mean, I think they think it should be outlawed, honestly, because it's fucking rugby. But, I mean, these are all things that keep the drives going.
They voted in favor of it. So, you know what? Use it. Like the Jets wanted to keep it. That we haven't seen it once. Maybe we see it with Fields this week. I don't know. But I like the Braylon Allen idea.
What was that? What were you saying?
The tush push. The Jets were one of the teams that voted to keep it.
Yeah, I know they did.
Yeah.
Then line Braylon up underneath it. That's a perfect analogy. I mean, come on, man.
Yep.
We're frustrated. I'm trying to keep my frustration. I came on a show saying I don't want to be real. I'm trying to keep it real for this guy. He's I know he loves this goddamn team and he's trying, he's used to this media. So he's better off taking a fucking high road rather than same old Jets and fighting them because he's not getting anywhere with it. He's just not. He's not getting anywhere with it. I would avoid that. We have a program in place. This is what we're doing. I'm not happy with the fact that we have 19 or 16 missed tackles. I understand that it needs to change, and I'm in the position to change it.
Yep.
I'm 3 games into this fucking thing, and I'm trying to change the narrative. Don't mention anything else. That's it. Forget the same old Jets. I understand what he's doing. I understand he's fighting the press because he can't fucking stand them. All right? And I can't stand them. Most of them. All right? Some of them are all right. But some of them are just, they love this shit. They love to see us held down. I just believe that. In my mind, I believe that. So, I understand why he's doing what he's doing, but it's not helping him. He needs to take the fucking high road and worry about the team and just say, we're doing everything in our power to change the narrative. And we plan on changing the narrative.
That's right. Until we win, you could say we're the same old Jets, but I promise you, we are going to change that as quickly as possible.
Exactly. Fucking
That's all he has to say.
To that.
Yep.
Amen to that. If I could talk to Aaron Glenn, that's what I would say. We're trying to change the narrative. If you want me to say the same old Jets, I'm not. I'm trying to change the narrative. This is what we're trying to do. It's a work in progress. We're 3 games into this thing. And I have no problem with him going down the sideline. That's what you want from your coach.
I'm going to play his answer, right? Because we spoke about it yesterday.
Did we want this guy that was going like this with his arms folded, looking at the fucking thing? This is the bald-headed guy that we thought was the maniac from the Niners. We thought we had a madman. Now we got the guy that we love that used to do this when he would pick 6 and he goes down the sideline with emotion, and now we're going to kill him for that fucking shit. What a bunch of bullshit. Get out. You're a Jet fan. Get the fuck out. We don't want you.
This was Aaron Glenn addressing those critical, like Mike Francesa and others, on him dancing after the McDonald pick or a blocked kick that led to a touchdown.
But here's what I do know, and that's why I'm gonna always be me. And listen, these guys need someone that's going to show they believe in them, and that's going to show they're proud of when they make plays. And I tell you what, I thought if I probably didn't do that, my wife and kids would have said, "Man, what's happening? What's going on with you?" And I'm glad that I'm gonna never be fake. I'm always be me. Some people like, some people don't. It doesn't matter, But I'm glad that people get to see me, my authentic self, no matter what. And I don't know what it means because someone said, well, do a head coach supposed to act like that? How does a head coach supposed to act? I don't know, but it was good. It was good.
I have no issue with it. I didn't love the video I saw of him clapping right away, but I don't know, the full context. I know Will Parkinson said it was in reference to McDonald almost blocked it again, so he was trying to pick him up. If that's true, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just win games, man. Like it's unfortunate they lost that game because they wasted one of the great plays in franchise history. Like that play by McDonald, if they held on, that could have been such a rallying cry for this team. And to not win, I mean, man, like that, like the players love that, man. I love that Glenn is passionate, he's fired up, but he's got to fix his defense. That's the next step. You win the game if your defense gets one stop.
But understand something, Jake. You're trying to set a culture, right? That's part of the culture. What he just did is part of his culture. Listen, this is the one thing we don't have in this life. Loyalty. He's loyal. He loves the New York Football Jets. He's loyal. He's trying. He's loyalty. Fucking having you're trying to build this thing and let these guys know we're all together. It's like when you grew up, all right, in the schoolyard, all right? Your boys were your boys. You were loyal. You stayed with them no matter what. No matter what. When things were down, you were with your guys. Something that we don't see in this life. Everybody's jumping into the next thing. Oh, we got to go tonight. I can't do that. Oh, I can't do that. How about a little loyalty, okay? The man is trying to do something. Loyalty. I love what Aaron Glenn is doing. Okay. I love that he's he's not for the lack of trying. I know the man's trying. Okay. He's got forces that are evil. There's a lot of evil forces that he's dealing with. All right. And it starts with MEDIA. Okay. You got to change the narrative. He's 3 games in. Bullshit. He's 3 games in. What are we doing? Let's go. We need a win. Let's get a win in Miami, and we'll talk about it. Let's get a win in Miami. We'll talk about it.
Let me get you out of here with this. You and I were both interviewed for the Monday Night Miracle doc that's coming out early next year.
Yeah.
Is that your all-time Jets-Dolphins favorite moment? Is that the game that you think about the most when you think back to this legendary rivalry?
Yeah, that's definitely a big one because that was with Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas and, definitely. And that was a major,
Jay Fiedler versus Vinny that night.
That was a major rivalry at that point. Really, that was right up there.
So, Jets were 5-1 going into that game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and our fans left. A lot of our fans left. I remember seeing around looking around and going, but then he started running back in. That was the old days. You run back in the stadium. You can never go back in the stadium now. That never happened. So that was one of the all-time greats. I mean, there's been a lot of them. With Kenny O'Brien and Wesley Walker in the 51-45 game. That was a big one. Beating the Dolphins with Jerome Barkham back in the day, back in Shea Stadium. Beating them there. It's a lot of big games against the Dolphins. I want to see us beat the Dolphins in Miami and put them out of their goddamn misery. Lord knows they have enough. There's enough rottenness going on over there, boy. A lot of rottenness going on in Miami. Now's the time. Honestly, Jake, reality, there's no excuse to not win this game. He's got to win this game.
That's right.
He's got to win this game because, first of all, it's a winnable game. And I'm going to tell you right now, their fan base is not going to show up. There's going to be mostly Jet fans there. I'm telling you. Their fan base is down on them.
Tickets are cheap. If the Jets had beaten Tampa, Ed, I think I would have pulled the trigger and went down for it.
Yeah, I wish I could have stayed down there, but I didn't. I got some other things that I got to take care of up here. I couldn't. I had to come home. So otherwise, I would have been down there in Miami. But I think you're going to see predominantly Jet fans down there. I'll bet you we outnumber them down there. We usually it's half anyway, but I think it's going to be way more this time because the Doll fans are down completely on him. They're out on Tyreek Hill. They're out on him. Everybody can't stand the guy. And there's a lot going on. There's a lot of turmoil on that team. They don't like Greer, the GM. There's a lot of things going on in Miami. You got to go and pounce on them. And, you got to jump on a rabbit while they're down. Don't jump on the rabbit. Don't jump on the rabbit. You got to jump. Don't jump on the dolphin. Don't jump on the dolphin. Yeah, that's what you got to do. We need a win. We need a win. He needs his first win. Aaron Glenn needs his first win. And I think he'll get it this week. I really do. I believe he's going to go down there. I love that Justin Fields is coming back. I would have liked to seen Jermaine Johnson in this lineup. That would have been a big help. Big help. And somehow Aaron Glenn, keep Michael Clemens off the field. Cut the man already. Let's move on. Can we move on? Move on. Enough of this shit. Let's go. Let's go. Run the ball. Jake, when we talk next time, I want to see us have the ball 35 minutes on Monday night.
Works for me.
Win a convincing game.
Let's go. Let's go. Get a win. We just want to win. We just want to win.
Win the game 27-14. Win the game.
A Jet defense holding the Dolphins to 14 points.
27-14. 27-17. Come on. Let's go. It's time. Aaron needs to get his first win. I want to see him do his little dance, start Earth, Wind, and Fire again. Let's get the party started. Aaron, I'm right there with you, brother. I'm running down the sideline. We're going to do it together.
You're the man, Ed. Great to see you Saturday. Thanks for coming out. I know my listeners enjoyed meeting you and you hanging out with everyone down in Tampa. And let's win Monday night so we get to have a fun show next week.
Let me tell you something. I love all the Asmaniacs. I love the Tampa Bay fan club. It's all my Jet brethren. It's all the green and white. I can't get enough of that. It just goes in my blood. Then I see Will Pa, and I see my man, Robbie Sabo, and loving it. It's all good. All right, brother. Enjoy. Let's win this, will you? Enjoy your weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Fireman Ed. Must pack the house down in Tampa. Amazing turnout. Jets just couldn't get that win, but the fans brought it. And the fans are playing on Monday, too. I know a lot of Jet fans that are going to be there. I know some that live in Florida that are just going to go because that's the game they go to every year. And I know some that are flying down for it still. So let's get a win. That's where it starts. Hey, I want to give a huge shout out to Burkinator. He's been emailing me during the show trying to figure out how to gift memberships. He finally figured it out. And not only is he gifting memberships, he's gifting a 20 spot of channel memberships. What a country.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Speaking of our country, Ryder Cup. We're going to need the Americans to stop playing like dog poo at Bethpage, about 10 minutes from where I grew up. USA not doing well so far on day one of the Ryder Cup. But anyway, this is not a golf show. I don't want to bore everyone to tears. 20 gifted memberships. Burkinator making it happen. He enters our signed Jermaine Johnson jersey raffle for 20 entries. That's what we're giving away at the end of the show. And here are the people who received a membership from a man they call Burkinator. 20 people did. If you hear your name, you thank them. F.R. Kuzi, Swamp Ranger, Roster Dread, Freddie McKnight, Justin 79, Bobbleneck, Dan Philcox, Bull Winky, Beast Breakers, Smelly Attic, Jorge Moreno, Aaron Horney, Boring Sober Guy, Delusional Jet Fan, Elton B., D. Brown, Fernando Velez, Sco, Phil M, Philip Hannon, Michael Nero, Beastbreaker, take a shower, please. They all received a channel membership. Burkinator, thank you, sir. Job well done. All right. On that note, we're going to get back to your calls. And by back to, I mean actually get to some of your calls. A couple super chats I want to get caught up on. First, I want to thank the Austrian Jet fan for entering our raffle. He sent in a gifted membership, so he's in for one. And oh yeah, by the way, the weekly prizes, Tuesday will be our next weekly raffle, as it always is. This is the top prize. If you win it, you better frame it. Piece of Jet history here. Signed jersey by all 4 members of the New York Stock Exchange. Prize 2, signed Bart Scott jersey that says can't wait on the inscription. Prize 3, yesterday's esteemed guest, signed CJ Mosley jersey. Couple super chats here, and then we get back to your calls. King and Dream says, it's Friday, no coffee. Time for a Henny, Ed. Amen. Big fella in the raffle for 2 says, is it a good move to go back to Fields, considering the last time we saw him, he had a 1.1 QBR and couldn't hit open receivers? I'm not so sure. Tyrod was rusty, but came on at the end. We will see. I think Tyrod is solid. We know what he is. He had 2 brutal turnovers, though, big fella. I'll take the upside of Fields. He was great the first game. Yes, he sucked the second game. I will go back to Fields because of his ability to run, and the Dolphins can't stop the run. I think it's the right move. K&D says, you're right, my G. We need to try different bleep. Agreed. I agree with what Ed was saying. I've talked about some moves I would make differently this week. Let's see if they do it. K&D says, AF and men, Fireman Ed. He's right. I understand your frustration. K&D loving what Fireman Ed was preaching. Loyalty. Ed cooking this morning. Spencer Green says, you damn right, Ed. Dance, groove. Hell, I give them a reach around. We trying to win football games. Elect to kick ass. Amen. K&D says 27-7 Jets. Jet the F up. Hell yeah. All right, more of your calls coming up. But first, let's talk about ZipRecruiter calling all hiring managers. Use ZipRecruiter to make your life easier. It's simple as that. We know that sorting through resumes and trying to find the right candidate, and then you actually think you found the right candidate, but maybe they're not actively looking for jobs. It's a pain in the you-know-what. So use ZipRecruiter because their latest tools and features will help speed up and help you find the right people for your roles, saving you valuable time. And you can try it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/audio. That's right. With ZipRecruiter's new advances, you easily find and connect with qualified candidates in minutes. You see a candidate you're interested in, boom, you unlock their contact info instantly. Over 320,000 new resumes are added to ZipRecruiter monthly. No wonder why ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Use ZipRecruiter, save time hiring. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter, they get a quality candidate within the first day. And if you go to ZipRecruiter.com/audio, you can try it for free. Again, ZipRecruiter.com/audio. That's ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Gustbuster Umbrella Hotline is where we are headed. And up first today is, maybe besides Fireman Ed, one of the most positive Jet fans you'll ever meet.
Get ready for Neil. He will make 13 points about the New York Jets and maybe hump a Patriots jersey. Get ready for Neil. He's probably smoking a big fat cigar and burning his house to the ground. That's Neil.
What's up, Jake? Peter, get on the show. What are you doing? I'm on, Peter.
Peter Castro's calling you?
Yeah. What? Call in, you pump. I told Castro to call in. Let's go! Fireman Ed is like, oh my God, man. He fires me up. I swear to God, I want to put him on my shoulders. Or I could put him on my shoulders. I'm convinced. I don't give a shit if my back breaks. I'll put him on my shoulders. I'll even put Beast Breaker on my shoulders. He might break my back, but I'll put him on there anyway. But happy Football Friday. I had to watch last night, one of my favorite players that we passed on, Calais Campbell, get his 3rd sack.
Nobody loves Calais Campbell more than you. I love him.
I got to tell you something.
You're right, though. He should have been a Jet. He's been an awesome player.
Come on.
Yeah.
The guy makes sacks. He makes plays. He makes plays in the backfield. He's 39 years old, and the guy made $5 million we could have had him for instead of watching Clemens. We could have had Calais Campbell in there wreaking havoc. All right? And we blew it. We blew it. I mean, we blew it with him. We blew it with Keenan, but that's all water under the bridge. We got what we got. So let's get some coaching. Let's get a win Monday, man. That's it. Bottom line. Bottom line is we're doing a post game. We're going to have a lot of excitement Monday night, 11 o'clock, or we're going to be listening to Alan talk about why we would, what happened. Please, let's give Alan should we have Alan on a loss on Monday night if that happens, God forbid, or not?
I just want to see Alan have to call in after a win for once, and then what excuse he'll come up with. He's acting like the Jets have no chance to win on Monday, which is ridiculous. The Dolphins have been awful this year.
Yeah, I mean, look, one thing, Jake, I will say is we don't know just because the teams we played are 8-1 doesn't mean they're going to be winning teams at the end of the season. There's so much craziness in the NFL right now. I mean, the NFL, we lost 2 games by a field goal. I mean, when you really think about it, with the football gods in our favor, we could be 2-1 right now having the same call. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And, that's why we have to watch. That's why NFL is must-watch TV. And it doesn't really matter where you were last week or last month or last year. Doesn't matter if Daniel Jones was a shit quarterback and everybody threw him to the side. Now his team's 3-0. Sam Darnold, my God, I'm watching Sam Darnold yesterday. I mean, he throws dimes out there. He runs. He looks like a real NFL franchise quarterback. Does he look like that to you, Jake?
Sam is a franchise quarterback, without a doubt.
And Minnesota tossed him aside for what's his name? I'm not crazy about their quarterback, this other guy.
We'll see. I think it was a mistake. I would have kept Sam.
I think it was a big mistake because, and look, the bottom line is this. The only thing I'm concerned about is are they going to let Fields, are they going to pamper him a little bit because of the concussion? Are they going to let him run freely like he did in the, you know what I'm saying? Is there going to be any restrictions on him?
No, not if he's cleared. Not if now he might himself be hesitant and not fully confident, and we'll see. But if he's out there, he's full go.
Did he ever have a concussion before? Do you know about any of this?
I know he's been concussed before. I think his rookie year he missed some games of the concussion, or his second year.
Did he really? I didn't know that. Well, look, if he runs, ball control, I agree with Ed. I mean, who can't agree with the fact that Clemens should not be on the field? I mean, come on. This guy cannot be on the field, Jake. It's simple as that. I would take a defensive end off the scrap heap and in a parking lot before I have him go on the field again.
Hey, Neil. You ready? I got some good news for you.
Oh, shit.
There he is. Greedy.
What's up, Neil?
What's happening?
I'm outside blowing the leaves, and my phone is blowing up. It's Neil. Call in. I run inside, and he's like, what are you calling me for?
Well, it's Football Friday, Peter. We have a big game coming up Monday night. I know, look, I'm scared shit of this game, and as I'm sure you are, but we really need to have this has to be a game that we have to, this is a divisional game, and we have to show up and show out. I know, look, I see your face. It's not optimistic, but I think we have to show up and show out here in this game. If we win this game, it changes the whole complexion of the next 3 or
If we
4.
lose this game, I'm going off the charts. I had enough of this bullshit. There's no reason why this defense shouldn't be good. It's coaching, and the coaching's not good.
Look, this guy Wilkes. The one play that I saw on that all 22 that Jake had. What was that? What was the guy you did the all 22 with, Jake? What's his
Joe
name?
Blewett.
Joe Blewett. He had, when we did that full all-out blitz on that last drive, Peter, we had the cornerbacks, the entire defense blitzed, and this running back ran outside, and nobody was near him, and he got 15 yards, and that just started the whole avalanche. Right, Jake? Did you
Well,
see
Neil, have you noticed? Have you noticed he blitzes from 10 yards deep? He's not blitzing from the line of scrimmage. He's blitzing from 10 yards. It takes him forever to get there.
I would say one other thing, and I'm liking the one bright spot so far. The special teams guy, this guy really seems to have a good handle on the special teams. Our punter is the best I ever seen on a Jet.
He's the best player on the team, the punter.
He's amazing. But the McDonald thing, right, Jake? I think we should have McDonald stand behind like the line of scrimmage and like go back and forth and pick a spot where he hurdles over a lineman and really will confuse the whole kicking game. And he could block something. Even if he jumps up and blocks, I don't know why we left him on the left side after that first field goal, because he's not fast enough to go from the edge and block a kick. But if you have him in the front line going back and forth, he could really be a weapon.
He lined up in the center, and then on the game-winning kick, he was all the way over to the left.
I mean, that was a waste of time there. They should.
I think he almost blocked it too, though. They were saying.
I know, but everybody almost blocks something on extra points and everything. You know, you send the fastest guy, and they always let that guy on the end go, Jake, because by the time the kicker gets the ball and kicks it, it's like almost an impossibility to block that from the side. I see very, very few blocked field goals from that from that side of the field.
The problem is, after a play like that, how do you lose the game? Nobody can step up and make one play. One play, sack the quarterback. Where are these guys? Where's Quentin Williams and O'Donnell? One sack, and we win the game, and they can't do it. Sick of it.
I know, it's tired. It's rough. It's rough. But, you know, we were jumping up and down after that block kick, and then we all sat there and looked at each other. We were like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh, wait a minute. It's minute 49 left.
Oh, boy, that was
Hey,
bad.
what's the food spread looking like for Monday? What's the plan now? We got a primetime game. We got a 7:15 kick, not too late. What's the game plan?
I'm not sure.
I gotta tell you, Jake, Michelle is a very good cook. Gary doesn't know what he's talking about. He has no clue what he's talking about. Can you hear me?
We hear you.
How's Michelle's meatballs, Peter? How many meatballs have you eaten of Michelle's in the last? Peter
During
ate
the
about
Jet game,
2 meatballs. He's been to my house 3 times.
She came out with a bowl of meatballs, little meatballs, and I sat there the whole game and just ate them. I mean, they're really good. And Gary's talking about cooking. He doesn't know anything about cooking with his chicken and pasta and all that other stupid stuff. I mean,
How about Beastbreaker? How about Beastbreaker? He knows a lot about cooking, right? He's
he's like a chef, Beastbreaker.
Beast smell.
Dear Jake.
Beast was very upset with me yesterday.
Why? What'd you do now, Jake?
I didn't do anything. He was very upset that, people were coming after him. I mean, we had the audacity to, ask him some follow-ups about, his latest job that he claims he did. And, things were very contentious on the second show.
I like the dress you put him in. He looks good in it.
I didn't do that. These things keep getting sent to me, and I then go to Beast and I ask him, hey, is this real or not? Just so we can try and disprove it. Like, this was sent to me. I'd love to ask Beast, but he's on hold currently. Like, is this you? Are you actually Bowser from Mario Kart here?
Where's the Brigga? Is the Brigga nearby? I would love to have a dinner, Peter. Me, you, Rob, Briga, the other guy got on after me with the food. Jake, who's that guy? Carl, is it?
Carl, yeah, Jet Tattoo Carl.
Man, I like Jet Tattoo Carl is one of us. We have to have a big Italian OG food fest, and then we'll tape the whole thing, man. That would be amazing.
What did you think of Dave Briga with all the ladies? You guys should have been there on Saturday at Tampa. I mean, Dave Briga was the biggest star in the room.
He's a ladies' man. He's a ladies' man.
Yeah, Briga is a ladies' man, no question about it. He's got a lot of experiences. He must have been a daredevil when he was younger, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a picture of Peter, man, when he was young with two cheerleaders at a Jet game. Peter, that's a nice one you had there, buddy.
Oh, yeah. We used to have the, what do you call them, the flight crew.
I have a picture. You got to get that picture, Peter, to Jake. He has a picture, Jake, of him with two flight crew girls. He doesn't even look like him. He had long hair, nice. How old were you in that picture, Peter? You had to be like 40.
I was young in that picture. I must have been about 40, 45, maybe 50. I didn't have long hair. What are you talking about? I never had long hair.
Yeah. You had a nice...
Jake has the picture. It was in one of those things I sent him.
Oh, as Maniac Madness?
Yeah, you have the picture.
That's a great picture, man. That is a classic.
With the two blondes?
Yes, that was a classic. That was a classic. Oh, shit.
That's what I used to go there for, the flight crew, not to watch the game.
Right. I have a friend of mine that only goes to the game to look at the flight crew. And he used to clap and, all that. And he goes, Neil, what the hell happened? They got rid of the flight crew. That is so depressing. It used to be the best part of the game. I don't understand why they got rid of the flight crew. They made some stupid.
They got to bench Clemens. They got to get him out of there. He cost us so much.
Breaking sports news on the Jake Asman Show.
The picture has been located. Look at this guy, Peter Castro. Yeah.
There is it. Wow. That is, Briga. I don't know if Briga can match that one. Look at that, man. He's not even intimidated with those two women. I could just see him going into a nice tongue kiss with one of them right after that.
Come on.
You know who was with me in that game? What's his name? BT. We were talking about Brian Schottenheimer. He was the offensive coordinator. And I couldn't stand him, and neither could he. I said, oh, this guy's terrible. Braylon Allen. What's his name? Braylon Allen was 80 yards against the Colts. He throws the bomb. Sanchez throws the bomb. He's wide open, right?
Braylon Edwards.
Never does it again. Ever does it again. Amazing.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing that frustrates me, Peter, is, look, this Taylor Angstrom, a lot of guys are open that Fields and Tyrod Taylor are not hitting. Because, looking at these all 22s that Jake has on from these guys that are really amazing, you get to see how open guys are. It's not like Angstrom is not scheming these guys open, because we got guys wide open all over the field. They're just not throwing to them.
How about Arian Smith? Send him down the field and throw a bomb. Just throw the ball. Just this way you back the defense up a little bit. You put a thought in their head instead of this 5-yard bullshit. Throw the ball down the field. Open up the lanes.
Right. It loosens up the defense. It pulls them back a little bit. If once a quarter, one time a quarter for 4 times a game, throw a deep ball. What's the worst that could happen? If they intercept it, it's like a punt. More times than not, they call interference. And if you got a guy running away from the quarterback when he throws it, it's a jump ball that the receiver is going to win 8 times out of 10. It's not like Justin Fields can't throw a bomb. And Tyrod Taylor, who we know throws a great long bomb, he didn't throw one the entire game.
No, and I want to see Breece Hall and Braylon Allen in the backfield at the same time.
Yes. And throw some screens and quick hitters and stuff off of that where you can get 5 quick yards, 5 yards here, 5 yards there.
Jake, you got to talk to Sauce Gardner. He's got to turn around once in a while, and maybe he'd intercept the ball or he wouldn't get called for a penalty. He's got to turn around. Why isn't anybody telling him to turn around once in a blue moon? He never turns around. And then what does he do? He watches the guy. He's got his hands all over the guy. He's either going to get a flag or the guy's going to catch the ball.
It's all of them too. I mean, they've yet to come up with any turnover yet. Them and the Dolphins don't either. So someone like if they're gonna win Monday, they have to force a defensive turnover. Tua's been so reckless with the ball this year. He's never turned it over at the rate he's turned it over since his rookie year through these first 3 games. They got to force turnovers.
I remember that one game we had at MetLife where he threw 2 picks. Remember, he threw 2 picks at the
Brandon Eccles.
Eccles and Reed.
We should have kept Eccles.
I agree.
We should have kept. What?
No, I agree with you, Peter. We should have kept Eccles.
No, why'd they give this guy all this money? He stinks. Who was scouting him? Where'd they come up with this? These guys, you could put anybody on the field to be as good as him.
The Ravens gave up on that. The Ravens threw him. Couldn't wait to get rid of him, I guess. And he didn't have a good year last year either, Jake, right?
Hey, Spencer says, I got $9.99. Neil won't light a cigar right now.
I already have my morning cigar here. It's already in the ashtray.
Also, King of Dreams wants to know if he could get your cigar plug.
I don't know what he means by that. What do you mean? The cigar
Who's your
cutter?
cigar guy? Yeah, no, he wants to know like where he could get top cigars that you smoke.
Well, I have my emails. I get email blasted by Cigars International, JR Cigar, Thompson Cigar, and they all offer all kinds of specials. And that's usually how I buy cigars. I buy them there. I have a Cuban connection with a woman at Casa de Habana and St. Martin, who sends me Cubans that are all real. And the Cubans, I save them for special occasions. I usually save them for jet wins, and my humidor is full of Cubans. So you could tell me, I can tell you how many. There hasn't been many Victory cigars I've smoked in the last 2 years. So that's a problem also.
Monday night, Victory cigar. You'll light it up.
Jake, is there something wrong with Michael Carter?
I don't know if there's something wrong with him, but he hasn't played well, and he's not on the injury report with any serious injury. He hasn't been the same guy that was when he was healthy 2 years ago. I mean, he was one of the best nickels in the league. He was a playmaker.
One thing I've learned watching football, you don't pay these guys. You don't pay these guys until you have to. Because once you pay them, they don't play no more.
Well, the smart teams do, though, and they seemingly figure it out. It's only the Jets who are having this problem. I mean, Garrett's been great so far. He hasn't been a problem. Sauce had a great game. Well, I didn't think he was terrible this past game. I mean, Mike Evans is amazing. And one of the catches Ibuka made, what do you want Sauce to do? It was a perfect throw. Sauce was draped on him.
Well, I will say this.
How about turn around, Jake? So maybe you know where the ball is.
That's a problem.
It's fair, but I don't think Sauce has been Sauce is pretty far down the list of their issues defensively.
Did you see it? He made one tackle and he had to go into the locker room.
I know. At least he came back. Imagine if he was out and Jermaine and Quincy, how are they stopping Miami Monday? It's already going to be probably hard.
One thing about Quincy that one of his problems, I mean, he's a fast player. He's good. His rookie year, he was uncontrolled and made a lot of missed tackles and just ran by guys because he likes to be like a heat-seeking missile. But what happened is I think last year he had a really good year, or was it the year before, Jake? That he was a little more under control. He slowed down his play a little bit.
2023 was his best year. He was an all-pro.
I will say to you, one of the big problems is we have no veteran presence on the defense. C.J. Mosley was such a good quarterback of the defense, and I think that's where we have a big problem. I don't think Sherwood is a good quarterback.
Was a big loss.
Oh, JFM was a huge loss.
Sherwood's a young player who's still figuring it out. He will get better. I think he's a guy that will get better. Especially talking to CJ about him yesterday. That's a guy who's going to learn and get better.
And CJ, if
he's missed though. I mean, people poo-pooed the idea of CJ Mosley. What it's like. Oh, man, he's the quarterback of the defense. He was the leader on the team. That guy has missed. His presence is missed. There's no doubt.
I didn't like the fact he sat out that COVID year. That was a pretty big kick in the ass.
Well, you know what? he didn't have to go through the 2-14 Adam Gase year, so good for him.
Yeah, I guess that didn't really matter one way or the other in the scheme of things. But we have to see a little more. We have to see a lot more Monday. And one guy was on another show, and they asked him about Monday night, and he said that he had a nightmare that we were up in the game 21-14 at halftime, and we injured Tua right before halftime.
No, Zach Wilson comes in.
Zach Wilson came into the game, and he beat us 28-21. That would be very Jet-like and probably would be our biggest nightmare, right, Jake? If we have to do a post game and watch Zach Wilson finally run with the ball and really want to beat us so bad, he would be a dangerous guy to come into a game. All you got
to do is run around Clemens' corner. You're good for 10, 15 yards every time. Guy's a nightmare.
That's really the one sore spot. I just can't believe it.
Mr. Bonesy says, these are the type of calls I miss. Love you, Neil and Castro.
Where's the Bones? Hey,
Bonesy's
taking Ozempic. His nose is getting bigger. His face is getting smaller. I noticed on his last call, he's losing weight for sure, Jake. Did you notice that?
It's the stress of the Jets. Yeah, it's been getting to him.
Beast is going on at Ozempic.
Is he?
Yeah. I heard he stuck a needle in that belly the other day.
Dear Jake. Beast mail.
I'm going to be getting beast mail about that comment, Peter Castro. There's no doubt.
The beast. Whatever. But let's keep it going. What else, Peter? What else do you have to say? Where are you watching the game Monday night? Are you going to be out east?
No, I'll be in Westchester. I'll be watching it with my son. My son's already packed it in. He's throwing things and.
Oh, Jake, let me tell you something. When I was watching the game with Peter, he had his son on speakerphone. Holy shit, he sounds just like Peter.
I love it.
It was like listening to Peter on the telephone while I had him in person at the same time. It was classic. And his son was saying all the same shit Peter does. It was amazing. I had such a great night with this guy here. And my son Neil. My other son Michael, Michael, he's upstairs watching it with everybody else. I had the whole crew over, grandkids and everything. And Peter and myself are watching in the basement with my son, with Neil Jr. And Neil Jr., he's hanging in there, My son Michael wouldn't even come downstairs. He's so disgusted with the Jets. Peter walks in, he goes, "What do you think?" First thing he says to my son Michael, "What do you think is going to happen tonight?" My son Michael looks at him. What did he say, Peter? He's like, "Forget it. I'm disgusted with the Jets." He's just so disgusted. And he is as big of a Met fan as there is. This poor kid, man, we're just getting destroyed between the Mets and the Jets. If you're a Met and Jet fan, you guys are Yankee fans at least. God almighty. It's like
the only good thing I could say for the Met Jet fan is at least the Mets, because they need to basically win at least 2 or 3 to make the playoffs this weekend. At least it'll be done by Sunday. You won't have to deal with the Jet pain and the Met pain at the same time, because this past Sunday, I mean, Beningo said it, the McDonald block and then the ensuing drive where the Jets lost with Baker went right down the field and the Mets losing like this devastating game. It happened all at the same time, like within a minute of each other. Like the biggest play in the Met game happened and the Jets losing happened. So it was tough.
But I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you guys, but I got to tell you something. I know you guys are Yankee fans, right? And I'm a Met fan. But baseball doesn't carry with me with the same passion and intensity as football. It's just so goddamn boring. To me, the fact I used to have SNY on my Optimum and I watched a lot of Met games and I used to listen on the radio. Now I'm like, now that I don't have it regularly, it's on Hulu and I watch it on YouTube TV once in a while. Now that the games are not on and I've been away from it a while, I don't even miss it. I know playoff baseball is great, but regular season baseball is so many goddamn games.
I don't like that they start with the guy at second base in the extra innings. I mean, that's not baseball. I mean, you don't put a guy on second base. The next guy up, as long as you got to do is bunt, and you got 2 chances to get him in. It's ridiculous how they did. It's not baseball. And this stupid kickoff rule with football, it's ridiculous. If the ball goes in the end zone, you get it at the 30. If you catch the ball, you get it. And they got me all confused. It's either at the 20, at the 30, at 35. They got the ball right.
It's true.
That was last night.
Yeah,
that happened with us.
40.
They
Yeah.
started with us at the 35 on that last drive as well. We kicked it into the end zone for some stupid reason.
They could have started at the 1 yard line and they still would have got a field goal.
He's not wrong about that.
Hey,
Ladies and gentlemen, Neil and Peter Castro, everybody.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're shit.
But on Monday, that changes. We're not shit Monday. We're going to win Monday. Yeah. Hey, before we get to our next couple of calls here, including a few legends, ladies and gentlemen, 1v1 me is what I want to talk about. Because, look, if you can't enjoy Jet wins, maybe you could enjoy wins in the video game space. That's right. 1v1 me is an app that you need to download right now. It brings the energy of sports and competition to video games. Every single day, you could watch and stake on matchups in Madden, NBA 2K, FC, and Call of Duty Search and Destroy. All the games are streamed live. Every match has referees. Payouts are instant. These aren't just random online lobbies. These are the best players in the scene. Pros, streamers, rivals, season playoffs, championship game on the line. Every game matters. Over 100 million has already been paid out on the app. The community is growing fast. If you're a sports fan, a gamer, or if you're just someone who likes having a little extra on the line, 1v1 me is where you need to be. It's not just about winning. It's about bragging rights too. Every match has the chat going crazy, and you can back your pick in real time. Download it today. Use my code Asman, and your first stake on the app is risk-free. That's code Asman for a risk-free first stake. If you're a gamer or you like watching other people competitively game, this is the app for you. Trust me. All right, home stretch here. Bunch of people on the line. Appreciate everyone. I want to shout out a big-time contribution that we had before from the Austrian Jet fan right before that call with Neil and Peter got underway. AJF, this is for you.
Now, give me money. Or I shoot him. And I shoot all you motherfuckers. And then we take it. Your choice, bitches.
Thank you, Mr. Austrian Jet fan. You have 10 chances to win a signed Jermaine Johnson jersey. A few super chats, then right back to the calls. 3 siblings says Jake Allen. God forbid I am not satisfied with an 0-3 start. That makes me Allen now, 3 siblings? Okay. If you insist. Now, there also was this comment that I bookmarked earlier from 3 siblings who says Jake is a fake fan. You could say many things about me. I'm handsome. I'm a great humanitarian. The one thing you can't say about me is that I'm a fake fan. But here's what I'll say about you, 3 siblings. Your day is done. Just kidding. All right. A couple more super chats here, then we'll wrap up our show. We'll do the raffle as well. This one is from Ethan. He enters the raffle for 1. Thank you, Ethan. We got you down. Burkinator checks in with a super chat. Neil, if you're saving your cigars for Jet wins, you should check them for mold. Man, it's tough. By the way, Thompson cigars that Neil mentioned, I bought from them before. They don't pay me to say this, but I've had a good experience with them for cigars. Phil M says, random, born in New York by blood, Floridian by heart. Love when you guys come down to the humidity factory and talk about how hot it is. Always funny to me because 70 is cold to me. Keep it up, best channel. Phil M, thanks for the support, my friend, and you are in the raffle for 2. Look, I lived in Houston for 6 years, so I've experienced that type of weather that we just had in Tampa, but you never get used to it, even if you live in Houston. Like, that was miserable, man. It was 120 degrees in the field level. Like, that was insane. Like, I've been in those type of conditions before, and even I had to tap out. I went in the club level. By the second quarter, I was inside in the air conditioning. And I'm one of the few who had tickets to that area. Big thank you to Janice Jett for that. She had the hookup. J-Rod checks in. Why didn't this GM address the need for wide receiver 2? Wilson needed that second option to help him get the heat off him. Is there any wide receiver we can get midseason? It's a fair criticism. We've talked about it for months. I don't know the answer to why. I think they thought that they had more talent than they realized, or they thought their offense would be so run-oriented, or they scheme guys open. And to be fair, there's been guys open, and they haven't made those plays. Watch the all 22 from this past game. There were plays to be made. And Garrett is getting open. Yes, there's a tension, but we're seeing a good job, I think, by Angstrand still designing plays that are giving Garrett a chance to get one-on-ones and win. Tyrod's got to make the throw. Fields this week, assuming he plays. I think he will. He's got to make those throws. Ryan McCarthy in the raffle for one. Thank you, Ryan. Jules in the house. How about a 10 spot? He's in our people want a Jermaine Johnson, man. We got a lot of entries today. Love that. 10 more entries in the raffle. Ladies and gentlemen, Jules gifting 10. Hit it, Dream.
J-E-T-S. Yes. All right, let's go.
If you got a membership from Jules, make sure you thank him. Frankie L in the house says, put me down for 2. Hope all is well, Jake. Win Monday. Got you, Frankie. Frankie L, great to meet you at the meetup on Saturday. Also, Bonesy has denied taking Ozempic. He says, Neil, I'd never take anything like that. LOL, I haven't gone to the doctor in 13 years. I never got the COVID shot. LOL, come on, my Italian stallion. Bonesy setting the record straight. More of your calls right now. Legends on the line. Where is he calling from? You tell us.
I don't have 13 points. I just have 2. And the first one is I want to know where my OG Irish callers are at so we can get together for a nice dinner.
I love it. We have new segments on the show. The Italians get to have a segment. If you rally the Irish folk, you get to have a segment with the Irish callers.
Yeah, I can imagine a nice 20-course dinner at Patty McGuire's Ale House on 19th and 3rd Avenue. Each course is a pint of Guinness.
I love it. I love the people think I'm Irish. I'm Irish by association.
There you go. So I had a revelation when Ed called before. Clemens, we've been making excuses for this guy like he's the best thing that we have. How do we know that, right? Like we can't get these other guys like Tyler Barron and the UDFA was it Brendan the guy from Michigan.
McGregor.
Braden McGregor. We can't get them on the field. Maybe they stink too. But you know what? If we already know what we have in Clemens, right? He's terrible. He's a penalty waiting to happen. He can't set the edge. He doesn't get home. Like, just play these guys and move on from Clemens. Like, if that means that we're going into tank mode, I don't necessarily see it that way. We're seeing what we can see from that guy. They can't be any worse than him. Let's move past it. Like I feel like we've given him so much slack to kind of improve his game and get better, and we've been patient. I feel like I'm kind of at the end with it. I don't really understand why the team, Muji and Glenn, aren't seeing what everybody else seems to see. Every time that you have a show, Jake, people are complaining about this guy, and it's been like this for probably 2 or 3 years now. So
the film is horrendous every week. It's like I don't like if we see it, and I don't know anything about football compared to someone who spends their livelihood studying it, staying in the office till midnight every week to put these game plans together, and like they got to see it. Like I don't get it. It's the second coaching staff that's allowing Michael Clemens to lose them games.
Yeah, that's the frustrating part for me, and that's all I really wanted to say. I know you're running a little bit long today, but I appreciate your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Kyle Clifton checking in. A lot of Irish in the chat here, but nobody called in. Jacoy says Bobby has to call in. It's true. So, funny story about people thinking I'm Irish. When I did radio in Houston on ESPN Houston, I had a sponsorship deal with Bushmills Irish Whiskey. And one of the taglines in the read was "Trust me, I'm Irish." When I would be talking about this like Irish company, this Irish whiskey company, so it became like a running bit on the radio. Like I'm as Irish as they come. I also spoke on behalf of Griff's Irish Pub, which was our dive bar spot we'd go to on Fridays. But so my friends and I would go there every Friday for karaoke But the problem was, since I was on the radio in Houston and like I got to know the bar owners there, and it's a great spot if anyone's ever in Houston looking for a fun time. We will be doing if the Jets play in Houston, which I don't know when the next time that is. That will definitely be part of our itinerary. We'll be partying at Griff's because it's awesome. But anyway, I got them to sponsor me on the radio, and like this was our spot. But the problem was because I would talk about them on the radio, I kind of ruined our spot a little bit because we would just have listeners of my radio show showing up every week. So it became like the spot because we talked about them on the radio, which is good business. It's the power of advertising. But my friends are like, stop saying we're going to Griff's. Jay Quest says, I heard Jake sings a mean, sweet Caroline. I'll tell you what. I don't sing a mean, sweet Caroline, but you throw some other songs on there, Jay Quest, I got you. Little wagon wheel. Any Backstreet Boys song, get the crowd going. Absolutely. Bowling for Soup, 1985. A little Rockstar by Nickelback, all the hits. I definitely have done Sweet Caroline too, but I like the Yankee version of that song. Sweet Caroline, Boston sucks. And then you rotate between Boston sucks and Red Sox suck. That's the move. Richard Matos in the raffle for 2. For those tuning in late, we are giving away this, a signed Jermaine Johnson jersey. If you don't win, Tuesday, you're automatically qualified to win a CJ Mosley signed jersey, Bart Scott signed jersey, and a jersey signed by each member of the New York Sack Exchange. Jets Johnny says the Jets will play in Houston in 2027. That's where the meetup will be. I'm hoping we get a good weekend for that game. It's not like late in the year. Hopefully it's September or October. Good spot for it. Because that will be an incredible weekend. Trust me. We'll make it happen. Adam writes in, name a Jets player that steps up Monday, win or lose. Are you considering a live watch show during the game? I'm not. I don't want to stream myself watching the Jets. I don't know what will come out of my mouth. But I will be live immediately after the game. So post-game show is either going to be a party or it's going to be a very dark place. This team's 0-4. Desperation mode. Jayquest says live streams during the games are unwatchable. I just can't do it. I mean, I know plenty of people do it. Like I know Nick Shine's been live during games. I know Green Bean for years has been live with Jeremy, Jets Chaos, Frankie from Flatbush. I know they go live like for every. I can't do it, man. I know Richie has obviously made like a living going live during these games. Like I can't, man. I can't focus on the chat and like watch the game. Like too stressful. Plus, like if I'm watching the game, I want to hear the announcers, the broadcasters. I want to focus on the replay. So some people do it. I give them credit. Me personally, I can't do it. Jordan is up next on our show. What's Jordan? Jordan?
Oh, I can't hear you, Jake. Can you hear me?
Oh, I hear you, Jordan.
I can't hear anything you're saying. I'm sorry.
Call back. All
right.
We'll get Jordan to call back there. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is a man that we have been waiting for all day long. We wondered where he is. We wondered if he's alive. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
Beastmail.
Dear Jake. What the hell kind of shit is that? Have you smoked a cigarette today or something, Pally?
7 of them.
Wow. And I thought I was blind. Well, I do see 2 key factors. Clemens, no. He can't play.
Hey, do you think the Jets are going to be able to contain Storm Duck?
Take that shit down. I don't want to see it.
You're my favorite Duck. I will take you over Storm Duck on the Dolphins.
I know Duck Pally. I am the Thrashmaster ass-kicking machine when it comes to the guitars. And you already damn well know that come
So
Monday.
this is your new thing. We're going to have to change your name every time. Is the Thrashing Master of Metal is your new nickname?
I've been a thrasher for a long time. I've been to single TSO shows. I already got tickets in a glass frame that you don't know nothing about. See,
Spencer Green says, Beast, my stomach is doing bad this morning. Bad gas and the shits.
You know
what should I do?
Go take some Metamucil or something, you big butthead.
Hey, Spencer's a big fan of yours. That's how you treat your fans?
I understand that. But you got to remember, Tony Soprano once said these words: those who want respect, get respect. Now, Monday, we're going to go to Miami. I understand that. But Clemens doesn't need to be on the field. He blows. You understand what the word means? Blows. He's not quality. He doesn't.
Hey, Mr. Bonesy says, Beast, just so you know, I love you like a brother, but if you're not watching the Jets games, I cannot represent you in the court of law anymore. Sorry, man.
I've been doing this job 27 years. You think I'm gonna lay down like that? That's not that easy, buddy. Not that easy. You try getting a hockey ball to the nuts. How about taking a golf ball off the brain, a baseball, a ricochet right off the nose?
Hey, when did you take a hockey ball to the nuts? Wouldn't it be a hockey puck?
Oh, let's see. I did that in high school.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that's not fun. When you're not wearing a cup and a hockey ball go right to your nuts, you go, oh. You'll be singing all right all the way from here to Spain. And
hey, can you put some lights on? It's very dark in the attic.
This is the best studio in all of America. And why? Because you got the best qualities known to mankind. That's why come this year, we're gonna win.
Hey, Dan wants to know, do they call you Beast because you look like you crawled out of a swamp?
I don't want to talk about it. That's none of this damn business.
That's not a denial. Interesting. Spencer Green says, Jackass, you don't know respect. Paul Heyman said you try to copy him too much. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Spencer Green,
I have the shits, and I need help, bozo.
You need a Q-tip, buddy boy. Go to the doctor. Here's what I recommend. Get your ears cleaned, get your eyes checked, and get your big fat ass checked as well. So if you want to earn my keep, you better knock on my door because I'm not a hard man to find. I ain't that hard. All you gotta do is knock. But if you can't do it, get out of here. You know, I'm not gonna waste anybody's time. I'm just like Joe Pesci. I'm just gonna go, okay, kid, just tell me, are you here to bust my balls, or are you gonna give me a hard time? Think about it. And I waited for a phone call from Glenn and Muji. Hey, my number they should have had my number by now. It's called, hey, I run a serious schedule here, so either get it together or if you don't want to hear from me, then fine. Because you know what? Don't waste my time. Because you know what? I'm tired of dealing with jackasses like you. If you can't take this job seriously, then get the hell out of New York and take a bag with you and go back to Detroit. You got a choice. Make it or break it. Do it.
Hey, Beast, what'd you have for breakfast today?
Just do it. What I have for breakfast? CTC.
What is that?
Yes. You should know what CTC stands for. Cinnamon first, toast, then crunch. Nailed.
Hey, Dylan says he wishes he had $50 to get you out of here.
You missed a fight last night. You missed a big fight. I don't think I want to talk.
wants to know, have you hugged your rat today, Beast?
If you got a problem with my guinea pig, kiss my ass. My piggy is taken care of. Everything is under control.
Hey, Rebecca wants to cook you an omelet. Would you let her do it?
Let me do the cooking. I'm a 16-year pro. So let me do the right way.
Wait, why can't she cook you an omelet though? That's such a nice
I have experience when it comes to that. So I got my.
How do you know she doesn't have experience cooking omelets?
Because you have to understand something. I learned from the best. Emma Lagasse, Guy Fieri.
What do you mean you learned from them? You went on YouTube and you watched
these guys. I used to have cable, but now that cable sucks so bad. I learned from the best. That's why they put books out.
So you went on YouTube.
Don't laugh about it, Sonny. Don't even laugh about it because this ain't no fun and games. This is reality.
Hey, Rebecca's a really good cook.
So let me do it. I have the experience. See, men like me deserve to be on the front line because why? Experience comes technique.
Beast,
Learn
breakfast in
from the
bed
best.
with Rebecca. That sounds very romantic.
Take it. Hey. Take it slow and you know what? Calm your freaky down.
Dylan
Calm your
says,
freaky down.
16-year cooking pro, more like 16-year-old trap in a fat suit.
Dylan, if you got a problem, come on and sock me in the face, huh? Come on, you punk. Jerk off.
Yeah, Dylan, you punk. Amen.
You know
Well
what?
said.
All talk. You know what that was? Smoke.
Hey, Aunt
That's
wants to know
smoke.
how life is in the mom's attic.
And you know what? This is a global studio where I conduct business. I have a phone that I conduct business with. I got an internet that I conduct business with. What I do on my computer is none of your damn concern. So do what you need to do. Enjoy your life because you know what? 50 years from now, we're all going to be living a different world in a different time frame. So go out and enjoy it while you can.
Spencer Green says, Beast, your headquarters looks like a dollar store version of the real one. Stop spitting on yourself.
Spencer. You don't get it, do you, jackass? I have quality that you can't do, Pally. So either you better get your balls fixed, or if you can't do it, you know what? Chop them off. Because I don't want to hear from you, Pally. Go take a walk. Get out of here while you still can.
Thank you, Beast. All right, let's see if we could hear Jordan this time. Or actually, he couldn't hear us. We heard him. Hey, Jordan.
What's up, Jake? Sorry about that. It's like when you put the intro on for Kyle, I could hear what he was saying, but I couldn't hear anything you were saying.
It's probably a StreamYard thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Real quick for you. One person I think that might step up this week is surprisingly Brandon Stevens. I think that they're going to target him a lot, but I am worried that he's not going to be able to cover or get burnt a lot. But I just have a feeling he's going to get an interception this week for some reason.
I hope you're right because someone desperately needs to make a play. And if it's Stevens, great. That would be a great way to try and win some people over.
Him or Cisco, I feel, is like going to get an interception this weekend.
For what it's worth, I don't know. I normally rewatch the games. I didn't for this one. I didn't want to relive it. I was just so pissed off from being there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Stevens was as bad as he had been. Like I know he made that one really nice tackle. It was either a screen or a pitch. He made a nice play against the run.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I hope he plays better because if he continues to struggle, I want to see AZ Thomas get an opportunity. He came in and made that one play immediately. Like give him a chance.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't understand why you say we want young guys and then you don't want to play them. That doesn't even make sense to me.
Well, he is, I guess, technically a young guy, too. He's not old, but I see your point. I'd love to see AZ Thomas.
Yeah, it was like the rookies or the super young guys.
Yeah.
And then not only that is, why isn't Will McDonald playing like 80, 90% of the snaps? You say he's not good against the run and that the only way to get better at something is by doing it. So why not have him in the game to stop the run so he could get better at it? He's our best pass rusher right now, and I don't even think – does he have any sacks on the season yet?
McDonald?
Yeah.
He had the 2 against Rodgers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Other than that, though, like I haven't – it's just – I just want to see him out there more. I want to see –
Yeah, well, he's not great against the run. They clearly don't trust him there. And they've been in spots where, since the Jets have been trailing, teams are just going to try and bleed the clock. Like he does need to play more. I agree with you. And I think the Jets need to put themselves in scenarios where the game script allows them to really do what he does best. Like if you're an elite pass rusher and that's all you could do, those guys still get paid big money in this league. So like he needs to be out there, and they got to put him in a spot where he can go out there and make plays. Like the Dolphins, I think, are down. Maybe they're starting. I think it's a right tackle. I gotta look, but like let's line Will McDonald up against that guy and let's go.
Yeah, and not only that, but like guys can miss assignments. Guys whiff on blocks all the time. So who's to say that can't happen for Will? You know what I mean? And he comes in and makes a play. Yeah, he might get burnt a couple times, but that's what the linebackers are for, to clean up. So it's just I just want to see him out there a little bit more.
I agree. Yeah, it's just it's brutal.
So hopefully the Jets can come away with a win against a shitty Dolphins team. And I want to see Sauce make some plays too, get some PBUs or something, a pick or something, So
Would be nice. Good call, Jordan.
Thanks.
Good call. All right, we got a couple of people left here on the show, but first, today's Neil Call recap brought to you by Maybe You. Sponsors are certainly welcome. AsmanJake@gmail.com if you want to sponsor any part of the show. This is from Boomtown, of course. Here's your Neil Call recap. It was 26 minutes and 20 seconds. Point 1 has a man crush on Fireman Ed, wants to put him on his shoulders. Point 2 would also put Beastbreaker on his back. Point 3, Clemens should not be on the field. Point 4, Jets defense needs to show up. Point 5, Neil loves our punter. Point 6, Neil points out that Peter has eaten a lot of meatballs in the past. Point 7, confirms Briga and Peter Castro are good with the ladies. Point 8, wants the ball thrown deep next game. Point 9, Neil gets confused as to what a cigar plug is. Point 10, Neil confirms he has connections in the cigar world. Point 11, Neil is convinced Mr. Bonesy is taking Ozempic. Notes his nose is getting larger. Point 12, notes his son is disgusting by the Jets. Point 13, finds baseball boring. Neil used 13 out of 13 points on this call. Boomtown, this is one of my favorite bits. I love this. All right. 2 calls left here, and then we will raffle away. You know what? Someone just joined. So 3 calls left here, and then we will raffle away the side Jermaine Johnson jersey. I'm going to go to this guy first. Pork of the morning. Let's get porked.
Hey, my man. What's up, Jake? Man, I like that. I like the Brownlee trade. As you know, I'm around a lot of Titans fans every day. So they were very upset with that trade. Like, they're really upset because they thought that this guy has a lot of upside. I like the motor that he has and his ability. I mean, hopefully Glenn can coach him up. He was a DB. Let's see what he can do. I'm still pissed about the 3 losses, but I think if we can pull this game out, we're going to be okay. It's just shitty, man. We're looking forward to a great year, and it didn't start out the best, but we could still turn it around. I'm talking positive right now, but that could change on Sunday real quick if we start shitting the bed early.
Monday, don't worry.
Sunday,
you could watch the other games and not be stressed.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wow, that is awesome. I could have, a good day where my emotions aren't vested in everything.
That's right.
That's pretty awesome. I didn't tell you guys I got a second job, so I'll be working there tonight. I'm a security guard, not security guard, like a bouncer more, checking IDs at the door.
Hell yeah, pork.
A lot of nice ladies coming in. It's a really good gig, actually. Free meals, free Sprites all night. You guys know I don't drink. But yeah, everything's going great in Pork.
Calm your freaky down.
Oh yeah, that's for you in advance, pork.
No, I have my housewarming party opening up for the Cowboys game. It's going to be an all-day party. A lot of infused meals with cannabis. So it's going to be an awesome time. So if you're in the Memphis area on that day, come to this party, and you will get lit. I'm going to call it the launch pad or the runway, whatever it is. It's going to be totally jetted out. So
love it.
Jet life to the next life. Everybody have a great weekend and be safe.
New Q says they call the office the pork room.
They do.
Ladies and gentlemen, pork in the morning. Check it in. Hey, before we get to our next caller, I would like to shout out Boomtown and Boomtown's lovely wife, Adrian, because today is their 10th wedding anniversary. So happy anniversary to Boomtown and Mrs. Boomtown. We love you, Boom. Thanks for all you do in our community, and hope you have a great anniversary weekend. How about that? Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls. This man usually calls us from Australia, but today he's calling us from home. Craig in New York City. Hello, Craig.
I'm back, baby. I'm back home.
He's home. I'm
so happy. We're about to do the Empire State Building with all the kids. We've barely been here 12 hours. I wake up this morning after getting in late last night, and I find that 2 of our kids have already gone up running in Central Park, so no mucking around there. And then my other 2 kids FaceTime me. They got into a protest march of some sort on 6th Avenue. So, mate, they just slotted in like they've always been here.
I love it. That's awesome. How was the flight? This what you were telling me. This was a long one, right?
Awful. It was terrible. Like, it was because we had a 4-hour connection in LA, but we spent over 2 hours in immigration and then took forever to get. We just made our connection, would you believe it, with 4 hours. So there's no time to chill out or anything. So it's pretty brutal. But, mate, we got here late last night, caught up with Nate at Raising Cane's straight away.
Nice.
And then went walkabout. And then I went to the rum house, as I always do, and everyone went to bed. And Nate messaged me. I said, bro, come on up, man. And it was last drinks, so I ordered a couple of tequila sunrises and then snuck him in the back door from the Hotel Edison because the bouncer wasn't letting anyone in. So brilliant already, man. No, and a guy from Buffalo spoke to me. I saw Nate again this morning in the coffee place, and a guy from Buffalo. He goes, "Oh, you're here to see the Jets?" I go, "Man, how could you tell?" So yeah, no mucking around at all. Brilliant.
I love it.
We're gonna head
I'm
up
glad
to,
you're here. So you're going to see the Yankees this weekend. You're seeing. Are you here for Jets Cowboys next week? Is that the game you're going to?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
This is what the trip's been planned around. So Monday night, Jets Miami. We'll figure something out to watch it live. One of our kids, don't blame me for this, by the way, is a Dolphins fan.
Oh,
so he's dead to me. Yeah, yeah. I can't do anything about it. It's too late. So yeah, we'll do something Monday night, one way or another. I'll get onto the DP.
Love it.
Sweet.
Craig?
All right, mate. I'm gonna hit the 101st floor or wherever it is, and I'll chat to you later, man.
Craig, you're the best. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you while you're here, and hopefully you being here, Jet fans. It's a good sign. Last time Craig was on U.S. soil in season, the Jets were 2-0 when he was here, so we need that.
Let's go. It's going to happen. This is the turnaround.
Craig in New York City. He's in Herald Square right now. He's going to see the Empire with his family. Love that. Craig's the man. Love that. Pork in the Morning is also the man. He just gifted 1 channel membership. Thank you very much to you, Pork. All right. A few calls left here, but I'm just going to be straight up and not lie to the audience. I have to use the restroom. Otherwise, I might pee my pants. So I'm going to play this, and then we get to your last remaining calls, and we do the raffle. BRB.
Down in Tampa where the sun beats down, Jake Asman's a king wearing his birthday crown. Fireman Ed's got the chanting his alarms, and Earl Christie's here where the legends are sung. We may not win, but we'll make it right. Green and white storm in the Florida night. It's Maniacs Unite. Let's paint this town from the bay to the sky. We'll never back down. Rick and Dave steal the show. Hearts on fire. 4%ers bring the heat, lifting us higher. Tampa's turning green tonight as Maniacs Unite. Tailgates roar, the beer flows cold. Stories of battles both new and old. The Jets might stumble, but we'll stand tall. In this wild green army, we answer the call. The stadium's loud, the flags take flight. We're here to party, not just for the fight. There's Maniacs Unite. Let's paint this town from the bay to the sky. We'll never back down. Rick and Dave steal the show. Hearts on fire. 4%ers bring the heat, lifting us higher. Tampa's turning green tonight as Maniacs Unite. There's Maniacs this town. From the bay to the sky, we'll never back down. Rick and Dave steal the show. Hearts on fire, 4%ers bring the heat, lifting us higher. Tampa's turning green tonight as maniacs unite.
What a job by Gator putting that recap video together, huh? The lyrics Gator wrote, then AI made, honestly, an unreal country performance there. Like, if you told me that was like some big country star singing that, I'd believe you. And the Gator obviously edits all the photos and the effects. Tremendous. Speaking of tremendous, before we get back to your remaining calls, Green Gang is the latest to enter our raffle this morning. It's a football Friday, so we always step it up with the prizes. We got a signed JJ jersey up for grabs. And Green Gang just gave himself 5 chances to win. All right, home stretch of the program. Chris is up next. What's up, Chris?
Jake, what's up, man? Big
Hey,
fan of
Chris.
the show. First time caller.
Hey, welcome aboard, Chris. You're in the raffle for 2 for being a first-time caller.
Oh, thanks, man. Listen, are you going to the game October 19th?
That's
Carolina.
Yes, we are going to that game.
All right, I might see you there. That's awesome.
Come to our Tailgate Joe. We are going to be partying there before the game. We all got tickets in section 129, which, by the way, Jet fans, potentially this weekend, you will be receiving your tickets from our guy, Matthew Volpe, who I'm working with on these things. But yeah, come to our tailgate, Chris. Would love to meet you.
Yeah, for sure. So listen, with Quincy Williams being out this game, I'm kind of worried about the Dolphins' like swing pass game with Achan out of the backfield, just because I don't trust Muaga's speed. So Sherwood's gonna have to pick up a lot of that, and also I wouldn't be surprised if they throw Malachi Moore in the box during like nickel situations, just to try and keep up with some of that speed, because Dolphins use a lot of motion and whatnot. What are your thoughts on that and how we can try to mitigate some of that lateral passing game?
I think you got to put the Dolphins in a spot where you're just getting a lot of pressure on Tua. So you're putting them in 3rd and long. You're putting them in spots where you have to be game plan ready for the checks and the different things. By the way, I wish that what's his name could play this week, because I feel like the corner they just added would be perfect for a game like this. You can kind of play that role where you can tackle. That's the big thing. You got to have good tackling. Like if you can't miss tackles. You can't take bad angles on those type of plays. But you're right, not having Quincy there, it's tough. It's definitely a blow, because I think Miami's going to try and get A-Chain in those spots where they check it off quick. Can you put pressure on Tua? Can you force a turnover? I think Miami's going to move the ball, but can you clamp down on the red zone? Like that to me is what it comes down to: turnovers and keeping them out of the end zone.
I also agree with what I think Dylan Terraman was saying it too. Lining up Quinnen at edge at least a couple times.
Yeah, give him a chance, right? Try something
Exactly.
different.
Just try and get somebody else on the edge, because Clemens sucks. We're better off with Beast Breaker out there at this point. So
How long have you been watching the show, Chris? I know it's your first call, but how long have you been around?
I think the first show I watched of yours was that opening night in 2023 when Rodgers went down.
Oh, I did that show
And
from Neil Sprinter, the post game.
I watched the pre-show where the vibes were like incredible, and then I hopped back on for the post show, and man, it was just completely different. It was crazy.
The pain, Chris. I appreciate your support, though, man. That's a long
Thanks for
time
taking my
watching.
call, man.
You got it, man. Wait, you based in New York? Or if you're going to the game on the 19th?
Yeah, I'm in upstate New York,
Cool, man.
right outside Albany. So
Well, if you have any questions, let me know. But I actually think I have the slide here. We are doing the tailgate with Tailgate Joe. Do I have it here? I'll put it up on the screen for everyone. Might as well start plugging this. Get on my Patreon too, Chris. I would recommend that, because we'll have info there.
Okay, sweet.
For people, but I can't even find the graphic here. I'll find it. But anyway, it's we're gonna be in Tailgate Joe. It's lot E26. We'll have more info when we get closer, but we'd love to meet you at that game.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
You got it, ladies and gentlemen. Chris checking in. Great first call from Chris. Pork in the Morning says, I need a new home printer. Any ideas? Please help. I am not qualified for this at all, but if anyone in the chat wants to help Pork that knows printers, please give him an answer. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a couple calls left. Adam and then Bobby Midnight will close today. Hello, Adam.
Hey Jake, I'm sharpening my pitchfork this weekend just in case we do blow it on Monday, but hopefully that won't be the case, right?
We're going to get a win, Adam. You got to believe.
I do believe. I also believe in sharpening my pitchfork because I will be like leading the calls with everyone. Be furious if we get embarrassed on Monday night. Like I will really lose it. Yeah,
embarrassed on Monday night would be, I mean, it's unacceptable. If they're gonna, it's one thing to lose. If they get blown out by a team that's also winless, that is reeling right now, that, I mean, all this quote unquote progress that Glenn is saying they're making, even though they haven't won a game yet. Come on, man.
Exactly. Also, good news for any meetups for next year. We are traveling to an AFC South team. Can't really go wrong with any of the choices. They're all going to be great.
It's 0-3 right now. And maybe it could be the Texans next year.
Yeah, but even if it wasn't, Jacksonville's a lot of fun. Indianapolis is a lot of fun that time of year.
I think Indy would be great for a meetup. Colts fans are cool.
Yeah.
That city is awesome. I already know all the good spots because I've been there the last 2 years for the Combine. I think if the date worked out, Indy would be an awesome Asmaniac road trip next year.
Or Nashville. That could also be killer.
Yeah. I'm pissed I didn't go last year because I was already going to London.
Yeah.
If they are in Nashville next year, that's where we're going, Jet fans.
That'd be pretty sweet. So can't go wrong. Next year's going to be a lot of fun no matter who we line up with. So also for those that are like talking about, we're going to have a relaxing Sunday. Don't you dare jinx it. We don't need like Justin Fields slipping in the tub, getting, re-injuring something. Like stupid crap happens on Sundays too, even if it's not football related. Let's just zip it. No jinxes. Let's have a healthy team on Monday.
Amen. Adam, well said. Let's get a dub. Nate says, Jake said that so quick, like he's got a side piece in Nashville. How do you know about my side pieces, Nate? I don't talk about that on the show. How dare you? All right. One last call here, then we'll do the raffle. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
J-O-B, job. How you doing, Jake?
I'm good, Bob. Now, can I tell you something? I received a message from Oscar the Grouch today. I woke up to this.
Yeah.
This is how my day started. And he said to me, he wants to put up a cash prize of $250 for you and Charles to compete for. The first one to get a job and get off of Mount Unemployment will get $250 from Oscar the Grouch.
Well, that's very nice of him. Okay. So I came on, I heard it was Boomtown and his wife's anniversary. I want to sing happy anniversary song to them, if you don't mind.
What is a happy anniversary song?
I'll get it. You listen to it.
Okay.
Okay, Boomtown, this is for you and your wife. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary, Boomtown and Mrs. Boomtown. Happy anniversary to you. And it's your 10th one. So make it nice. I hope you have a wonderful day. How was that? Good.
It sounded a lot like the Happy Birthday song.
I know, but that's what I sang. There, just
you don't have any other. You don't have any other choices. You have no range. That's
now. I'll think of it. And then you like singing "Sweet Caroline," right? You like that song?
I only like the Yankees version of that song.
I never heard that version.
You sing "Sweet Caroline," and I'll do the Yankee version. Go ahead.
Sweet Caroline.
Boston sucks.
Oh, really? Where was this, at Yankee Stadium?
This is what you do if you're a Yankee fan.
What inning does that come in? The same inning as
if you go to Fenway and they're doing Sweet Caroline and the Yankees are playing the Red Sox, the Yankee fans there say Boston sucks.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, when you go to Fenway. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Well, anytime I hear that song, I have to do it.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. I see what you're saying. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I do like Neil Diamond, though. That's a great singer.
He's from Brooklyn. I don't understand why that song is associated with Boston.
I don't understand that either. What the hell is that going on? So I agree with that young kid who just called in. Worry about the swing passes to Etchen. What's his name? Adrian, whatever his name is. Miami. He runs pretty good, that kid. You ever see him run? He runs pretty good.
I think you run faster.
Oh, I doubt that. No
Hey,
way.
Big Fella says we need to go to Chicago. Should we go to Chicago next year?
Oh, I would love to see Chicago, man. I want to really go to Indianapolis. You know who plays for that team now? Daniel Jones. He's cooking it up over there now.
He's with the Colts.
They go in New York.
Did you think Daniel Jones was with Chicago? He's with the Colts.
No, I said no. I'd rather go to Colts, Indianapolis. I would love to go to Chicago too. I never went there before, but I would like to go to Chicago too. Yeah, my friend Josh likes the Bears, and then his friend Sean likes the Dallas Cowgirls, which I don't like. Then Roach likes the 49ers. That's the sports theory that I was before.
Thank you for the information, Bob.
I brought Georgie here from that channel. Georgie, you know
Georgie's not a fan of Big Cho. Calls
Why
him Big
is
Chump.
that? I didn't know that. Why?
I don't know. He's just
So is Big Show definitely coming up for the October 19th game?
Oh, he'll be there. By the way, Beastbreaker says I'm a man's man. Beast, are you there? I see you don't have a camera on. What's going on, Beast?
I'm watching Fox right now. I'm watching Fox News right now.
Hey, put your camera on.
I wouldn't
I'm
say
watching
that
Fox right now.
I wouldn't say that to out loud. You're a man's man. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah. Well, I'm part a man's man. I'm part nuts.
Yeah, I'm part nuts too. Join the party.
When you say nuts, like peanut nuts?
Crazy.
Well, Jake, you're allergic to peanuts. I understand that.
Yes.
Beast, all types of nuts. Peanuts, tree nuts, D's nuts.
Oh, you
can't
have...
Whoa. Calm your freaky down, boy. Calm your freaky down. Calm your freaky down. Calm your freaky down.
All right, that's good.
Get right,
Good stuff, Bob. Good close. Great rendition of the anniversary song. Beast, you're a man's man. All right. On that note, folks, who's ready for the raffle? An Asmaniac raffle for a signed Jermaine Johnson jersey. All the names have been put together. It's time to spin the Wheel of Champions.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Here are all the names, but only one can win. But if you don't win, maybe you win on Tuesday. And we got 3 prizes as part of our weekly raffle. Amanda writes in, my freaky is calm AF. It better be. Ladies and gentlemen, good luck. Only one winner. And if you win, you have to email me your name and your address so I know where to mail the Jermaine Johnson jersey to. Here we go. The winner is... who else but Anthony Logerato? And I think he had the first entries in today. He did. I'm telling you, once the show starts, you'd be a fool to not gift memberships immediately. Because the raffle gods favor those who enter first. It's amazing how often this has happened since we started this. Anthony, congratulations. You are the winner of a signed Jermaine Johnson jersey. Well-deserved. Hit the Jet chant for Anthony Logerato. Boom. That's Anthony's 999th raffle win. A new record. I'm just kidding. But he has won a lot, and it's awesome. Congrats, Anthony. Well done. Hopefully Jermaine plays soon. Like next week, if he's not going to play Monday, because I don't think he is. And we will go from there. On that note, I want to thank everyone who tuned in. I want to thank Fireman Ed. Join my Patreon, folks. If you haven't, get in the Discord. We're going to update the list of names at the start of this upcoming month. So a few days left. It's patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Spencer Green, J-Bad, Brian, thank you for being our 3 most recent Patreon members. You guys are the best. I will talk to you guys this afternoon. Nick Faria will be with us. We'll go through some over-unders for the Jets and the Dolphins. Anthony's in the house, and he says, "Are you kidding?" Thanks again, Jake. What could I say? Congrats, Anthony. Well deserved, man. You deserve it. On that note, go Jets, everyone. I will talk to you soon. Jets, 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 Jets.
Peace, smell.
Dear Jake.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.